Did no contact not work if your ex hasn't contacted you? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to this YouTube channel. Also, we are going to be talking about other tools that you have at your disposal to create a positive impact with your ex. Many of these are what we'd call advanced relational skills, which is kind of the core of what we teach in our course called the X Solution Program. If you want to check that out, we have a link to it down in the description box below. Feel free to sign up if it seems like a good fit for you, but otherwise, no worries, not going to twist your arm. All right, so this is an interesting question here. Did no contact not work if my ex has not contacted me, if they haven't reached out to me because they missed me so much or something like that? And the underlying assumption underneath this question is that no contact is there for the purpose of compelling your ex to contact you. And I know that there are definitely some schools of thought out there that would have you think this way, and they would say, yeah, that's why we're doing no contact. It's to make your ex miss you, make them contact you, make them regret their decision to break up with you, to turn the tables on them, retake power, and put them in a disadvantaged place or something like that. Where do I start with that? There is a lot that I'm not in agreement with when it comes to that mindset, when it comes to connecting with your ex. First of all, if no contact is something that you're using to try to force your ex to contact you, it kind of is a mind game. I hope you can see that, right? You're trying to play a mind game on your ex by not contacting them, thinking that they will then do something that you want them to do, which is to contact you, right? And so I think it's pretty clear to most people that mind games aren't the best setup for a relationship, at least a successful one. And so if you feel like you need to play a mind game in order to get your ex to contact you, it's probably not a great setup for a relationship in the long run. So I think if your only reason for doing no contact is to get your ex to contact you, there's going to be some issues here. Okay, there's going to be some very big philosophical issues between maybe where you're at and what I'm going to talk about in this video here. But the purpose of no contact, in my opinion, in my belief system, in what I coach people on, is to get you to a place where you can be having positive interactions with your ex. And a lot of people who are going through a breakup are not in a place where they can have good positive interactions with their ex. Maybe the breakup was somewhat recent and they're in what we would call damage control mode. They're panicked, they're fear, they're motivated by fear, they're feeling insecure, they're feeling afraid. They might be motivated to do things like, call or text many times a day, beg, plead, do all of these things that we know we're not supposed to do, spy on your ex and things like that. This is not obviously a great place to connect with someone at. And, obviously I think most of us who have been in damage control mode, myself included, we have discovered that that it's not so great at bringing you and your ex closer together. And so what you want to do is you want to stop what's not working, right? If you being in damage control mode and contacting your ex is causing more and more emotional distance to grow between the two of you, then you want to obviously stop what's not working. Stop contacting them and take a pause and look back and say, okay, what am I doing here? Like, is this giving me the results I want? Probably not. Okay, it makes sense to stop, cut contact, do whatever I need to do to get myself into alignment with the kind of person I want to be, have the kind of impact I want to have, and to live the kind of life I want to live. And then from that empowered place, think about contacting my ex. That, I think, makes sense. That's kind of what the foundation of what I teach no contact around is really about. And, admittedly, not everyone's going to need to do no contact. Maybe you weren't in that damage control mode kind of way, right? Maybe you were somehow a little bit more enlightened than I was. At least my younger self, and you didn't go into that damage control mode sort of place, in which case, good on you. But that's totally fine. But there still might be reasons why you being in contact with your ex could create more distance. Maybe you are looking for validation. Maybe you are driven by scarcity or insecurity or fear or something like that. Maybe it's not to the point where you're doing damage control mode kinds of stuff, but it still could be coming across, and it still could be damaging the connection that the two of you have. Maybe it's the two of you are having fights. Maybe you're just having these icy, awkward silences. Maybe, something else is going on, but the two of you aren't having the kind of connection that you really want. And if that's the case, then we need to, again, hit the pause button, no contact, and evaluate what's not working and adjust course as need be. So I think that it definitely makes sense in certain instances to do no contact, but should you expect your ex to contact you as the result of doing no contact? It might happen. But again, if our purpose of this is to clean ourselves up emotionally and get ourselves in a better place where we can actually have a good connection and conversation with our ex, then it's kind of irrelevant whether our ex is contacting us as the result of us doing no contact, because we're playing a different game. If we get through this no contact period, however long we do end up doing it for, and our ex hasn't contacted us, that's okay. It has worked if we are in a better place ourselves, where we can actually be in conversation with our ex and, actually be a little bit more ourselves, be a little bit more charismatic, be a little bit more humorous, be a little bit more transparent and genuine and authentic and all of that, not so much being driven by these emotions of panic and loss and fear and doubt and all that stuff. So if that is what's happening on your way out of no contact, then congratulations, no contact has worked, even if your ex hasn't contacted you. And that, I think, puts you in a much, much better place emotionally. Obviously, for connecting with your ex, you're not going to be seeking validation. You're not going to be looking to them for support or confirmation that everything is going to be okay. You're not playing this weird mind game where it's like whoever cares the least controls the relationship. I have to maintain the power status or something like that. Instead, you're just saying like, okay, am I in a place where I can connect emotionally? If I'm in a better spot than I was when I started no contact, active no contact, or dynamic no contact, then okay, it's worked. And I can actually move forward from here and create a better connection with them. And that is like never a bad thing. So I'd really suggest that you take a look at what your motives and intentions are when it comes to no contact, and start reevaluating those. And if you notice that you are being kind of driven by some mind gamey kind of incentives here, you might want to start to refocus things on yourself, refocus things on you, refocus things on your way of being and how you're coming across to someone else, okay? So hope that's helped you out. Hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me, will you? And subscribe to this channel. And if you want to check out our course called the X Solution Program, once again, that is down in the description box below this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you do want to learn more about our take on the no contact rule, we got this video series right here for you. Or you might want to check out this video over here. Once again, thanks so much. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.